Now, the only locally produced farm radio show with agricultural news, information, interviews, in-depth weather, and more. It's Terry Henne and his Farm Show on 100.5 and 790 News Radio WSGW and online WSGW.com.
Hello, everybody. I'm Matthew Lester here at WSGW Radio Center. And over at the airport, it's partly sunny at 36. Over in Midland, it's partly sunny at 37. Here at Radio Center, it's mostly sunny at 36. We have east winds at 13 miles per hour, and our pressure's at 30.47, and it's steady.
Well, you did a pretty good job there, Matthew.
Thank you.
Yeah. I figured, hey, the sun's out. I'm going to go out and get as much as I can.
I agree.
Next few days, I got a funny feeling we're going to be working at a whole lot more in the way of cloud cover. So Matthew said we're working our way into the middle 30s as of right now. By the time the day is all done, we should hit 40 degrees. Hopefully you're having a good day where you are. We are here at Radio Center, where, as Matthew said, we've got sunshine. We do have an east breeze. That'll be changing a little bit more toward a southeast. And then eventually as we go through the day tomorrow, it'll be south later on tomorrow afternoon. Mentioned about the sunshine. Yeah, enjoy it while you can, because clouds will be moving in, especially later on this afternoon. And we're going to be looking quite a bit of cloud cover really over the next few days. There are going to be chances of precipitation as we work our way through the next few days. The best chance of seeing any rain, more than likely, is going to be late tomorrow, then some scattered showers early on Saturday morning. And then as we move into the second half of the weekend, that's when we're going to begin to see a little bit more in the way of precipitation, steadier precipitation, not heavy, but just steady rain. That'll be on Christmas Eve and then during Christmas Day. Throughout the period, temperatures are going to continue to rise. We're looking for a high of 40 today, 34 for a low tonight with plenty of clouds. And then during the day tomorrow, 42, 38 is all the cooler it's going to get tomorrow night. And again, there is going to be a chance of seeing some precipitation late in the day on Friday night. Mostly cloudy skies. Saturday, warmer still, 44, 45 degrees, scattered shower activity, especially earlier in the day. As we work our way through the day, we're going to have to just contend with clouds, and that's going to be about it on Saturday. Saturday night, there is still going to be a chance, isolated at best. Ground covers, no, not really. Not a lot of opportunity for any precipitation on Saturday night on your back porch. Now, Sunday is going to be a little bit different. Again, that's Christmas Eve day. Mostly cloudy skies, 50 for a high on Sunday. Then the chances of precipitation will begin to increase as we go through the nighttime hours on Christmas Eve and then Christmas Day. So Santa will have the wheels on the sleigh and not the skis. Over a good part of the continental United States, we mentioned, Matthew, yesterday, only about 15% of the continental United States has and will have snow cover for Christmas this year.
See, I wish, and Christmas is really the only day where I would like snow. Other than that, like I've said plenty times, it can stay away.
Stay away.
Everybody wants a white Christmas, you know? Like, you want to go outside, wake up in the morning, and all the presents are under the tree. You look outside, and it's snowing, and everything's white. Like, that's a perfect Christmas to me.
Oh, yeah. It's beautiful. I guess they do have programs you can get for your phone or for your TV set where you can see snow coming down.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, there you go. Because they have them where they have a fireplace. I imagine you've probably seen that. I mean, it ain't very warm, but at least you got fire in the fireplace in the TV. I don't know. It's just not buying it for me. I got to have snow. And it does appear as though that warm weather is going to continue as we work our way through the week between Christmas and New Year. We're going to have, 52, 53 degrees on Monday. Tuesday, we're going to be looking at 46, 47 degrees. Wednesday, 43, 44. Needless to say, much above average temperatures to take us all the way through the 30th of the month. And then moving into and through the New Year's weekend and New Year's Day, temperatures are still going to be running above normal. Precipitation pattern is going to back off just a little bit once we work our way into the second half of the week next week. But the first half of the week and midweek, there's going to be a chance of showers virtually each and every day. Normal high for this time of the year is 33 in the afternoon and 22 at night. Record high in the state, 59, set in 1967. The record low is 8 below zero, set way back in 1901. A year ago, our high was 24 and our low was 12. We had no snow, but as we approached Christmas a year ago, we did have a snow and sleet storm to contend with. Some of you picking up upwards of 4 and 5 inches of snow, and where you didn't get that much snow, you got sleet and freezing rain. So Christmas Eve day was quite a mess a year ago this during this holiday. Coldest ever, 21st of December, 1989, 6 for a high, 6 below for a low. The warmest ever was set back in 1949. Record amount of snowfall on this date set back in 1983. We had 4.5 inches of snow. And for those of you that wanted to know the shortest day of the year, it's tonight, 10:27. The winter solstice kicks in. So if you saw the sunrise this morning, you noticed how low on the southern horizon it was. It won't get any lower than that. And eventually over the next 12 to 15 days, you're going to begin to see that sun gradually, ever so slowly, slide itself back up away from the southeastern horizon. So tonight, the shortest day of the year. More on the weather as we go through the broadcast. Standing by, who do we have, Matthew?
Up next, we have Melinda Sweeney from the Andersons and Doug Klein from Oppenheimer.
But before we get to all of that, we want to remind you the weather forecast brought to you by the folks at Nutrient Ag Solutions.
Nutrient Ag Solutions has the local expertise to recommend the corn, soybean, and other seed products that are the best fit for your field. Plus, unparalleled agronomic support with products and services to unlock yield potential and improve crop performance from planting to harvest. Ask about our financing options to help you get more from every acre and lead the field. Visit your local Nutrient Ag Solutions branch or go to nutrientagsolutions.com.
They say there's a secret to growing a great crop. At Nutrient Ag Solutions, they beg to differ. It all starts with a strong foundation, and when it comes to fertilizer, there's no question that Titan XE drives dry fertilizer performance. They've been unlocking the potential in every prill of dry fertilizer with biocatalyst technology for over a decade. Visit lpi.ag/Titan or contact your Nutrient Ag Solutions crop consultant to drive your crop's potential today. Farm Service brought to you today by the folks at the Michael Sarr Crop Insurance Agency. Now is the time, Mr. Farmer, to be talking to the Sarr Agency and get your ducks in a row for 2024. Remember, they are licensed to serve all of Michigan with both conventional and organic crop insurance. Their agents can be reached directly on their cell phones for questions or emergencies. You can reach the office in Reese if you'd like, 989-868-4722. The Michael Sarr Crop Insurance Agency. We say good morning to Melinda Sweeney over at the Andersons. Melinda, what's going on today?
Good morning. We have corn up 3, wheat up 5, and beans down 9. Corn's trading slightly higher this morning after making new contract lows yesterday and posting the lowest close of the year yesterday. Shipping issues globally have put pressure on futures, with many routes in the Red Sea closed off due to attacks, and shipping in the Panama Canal is limited due to the low water levels. A lot going on with the global global entries for corn. Also, we have the market close Monday for Christmas. So the market's going through a lot of trading, especially being closed for a long weekend. On the soybean front, while beans are down, soybeans are trading slightly lower this morning as rain fell in Brazil and the forecast remains friendly there. We're going to see a lot of volatility going through the next 60 days with Brazilian weather, and what is happening to their crop will definitely affect the market daily in small or big swings. Another thing in the wheat market, kind of what we're looking at is there haven't really been any report flash sales to China since 2 weeks ago, but wheat still has remained off its lows despite the fact of lacking sales. So that's kind of exciting for the wheat market. The Russian 2024 wheat harvest is estimated to be up a little bit by 1.5 million metric tons because of good weather. So that's not necessarily great news for the wheat market, but it doesn't seem like that's factoring into wheat today.
Oh, it doesn't sound that way at all. Melinda, thank you so much. We really appreciate it. Merry Christmas to you and everybody at the Andersons.
Merry Christmas to everyone as well.
Thank you. Melinda Sweeney over at the Andersons. Over to Doug Klein we go now from Oppenheimer. The market report brought to you by Steiner Tractor. New parts for old tractors made easy, real easy. All you got to do is dial them up. 800-234-3280 or go to steinertractor.com. And all the folks at Steiner Tractor wish you and yours a very Merry Christmas. Also, market report brought to you by the Frankenmuth Credit Union. They do have lines of credit, equipment loans, financing for purchasing land, credit cards, and more. Find out how they can be your hometown financial solution. Stop by any of their conveniently located offices today or check them out online by going to frankenmuthcu.org. Doug Klein, well, kind of traded as she goes today, huh?
Yeah, a little bit. I guess it was a pretty decent sell-off in the markets yesterday, stock market especially. At the end of the day, and nobody knows really why, they said maybe profit taking, maybe just whatever, but I think it's AI gone a whack. And you can expect volatility when AI kicks in, and it kicked in yesterday. So I don't know, recovering some of that today or all of that today, and so that's what's going on there. You'll love this. California approved some rules to convert sewage into drinking water. The old adage, don't drink the water. Well, now that applies to California too.
Ouch.
I'm like, oh,
Well,
good.
that ought to help the wine industry.
Yeah, for sure. I'll drink anything but the water.
Exactly.
Oh, and you like this too. Minnesota changed their state flag. It's not a one of the old symbols of whatever it used to be. It's just a snowflake now. So that's it.
Is that indicative of people that live in Minnesota?
I'm gonna say I would be embarrassed to live there at this point. So
I know a lot of really nice folks in Minnesota.
I know, and they
I
just kind of
can't
scratch
believe.
their head
Yeah.
wondering what happened to our state. But, oh
Oh,
well.
well.
So anyway, on to the numbers. Here they are. The March corn is 473 and a quarter, up 3.5. July corn is 496, also up 3.5. The March soybeans 1306 and a half, down 9 and a quarter. July soybeans 1324, down 8 and 3/4. The March wheat is 615, up 5 cents, and July wheat 632 and a half, up 4.5 cents. Well, maybe crude oil has hit the ceiling for now. Maybe. 73.44, down 76 cents. Heating oil is 267. That's down 1.4 cents. Gasoline is 216, down 4 3/4 cents. Probably puts us around 280. So maybe. Natural gas has a little spike going on. 227, 228. It's up 7 cents. They said the colder forecast coming up, and I don't know where they're talking, but it's got to be 10 days or more away. But anyway, that's kind of what they thought the traders are thinking anyway. Over to currencies, Canadian dollar, U.S. dollar buys $1.33 Canadian. That's down 65 ticks. The dollar buys 142.13 yen. That's down 143 ticks. The euro's at 109.87, up 49 ticks. The dollar's under 102, 101.92, down 48 ticks. Gold's at $2,042, up $7.50. Silver's $24.33, down a penny. and platinum's at $968.40, down $5.40.
No, maybe those guys, when they're talking cold weather, they're talking down south.
That could be
because the long term, the long term along the Gulf is for much below normal temperatures. And here, we're looking at above to much above. Go figure that one.
Weird.
I guess
it's all weird. Been a weird year. It's going to be a weird year next year.
Just real quick, tomorrow, is there any abbreviated trading, or is it going to be a full day?
As far as I know, I'm here all day.
All right. Me too.
Okay.
Talk to you. All right.
Yep.
Doug Klein over at Oppenheimer. Farm Service brought to you today by the folks at Weiss Equipment in Frankenmuth. Those Farmall tractors are ready to tackle any job you can throw at them. The reason why is there's a horsepower range of 35 to 140 horses. So Weiss Equipment in Frankenmuth knows that you've got different jobs, and, well, they've got the Farmall tractor that'll fit that job. They'll pair it up for you. Anywhere from the Value Pack Compact Farmall A to the Deluxe Compact Farmall C and C Series with cabs. They'll take care of it for you. The tractor does it all, so no matter what you're doing, Can Do comes in red, and it's called Farmall. Stop by and see them today. Weiss Equipment in Frankenmuth, doing it right longer, and they say to each and every one of you, Merry Christmas. Let's find out what's going on right now out and about in the farm fields, along with Scott Dumas with Nutrien Ag. Scott, good morning. How are you?
I'm good, Terry. How are you?
Hey, we're not doing too bad. We got some sunshine. Some guys have been trying to get some field work done. Have they been successful?
Yeah, I've actually, in my travels the last few days, I've seen some tillage being done, actually some corn coming off yet. So there's still some field activity happening out there.
I was real curious about the corn because I've heard that statewide we still have better than 10% of the corn crop out there yet. Now, that was as of a couple of days ago. And you've still seen some corn coming off, huh?
Yeah, actually, I ran down the Saginaw here today and saw some coming off here this morning. And I know there's still a little bit down Shiawassee County. You get down towards that I-69 corridor. There's still some corn down there as well.
We don't have much frost in the ground, do we?
No, not at all. Even I noticed this morning coming across, it was only 29, 30 degrees. That doesn't put much frost in the ground. And it doesn't look like there's going to be any in the near future here either.
Do any of the fields look like they're really rutted up, or what's the soil condition right now?
Soil condition, I would call it moist. I wouldn't say it's overly saturated, but it's not dry. I mean, the top's drying off on some of these sunny, windier days like we had last week. But that soil profile down in there, there's still an adequate amount of moisture.
Have we had a lot of soil testing?
Soil testing has been a lot of soil testing this fall. So that's a good thing that can still be done here, especially with no frost to speak of. That if you need some soil testing done, that is still a great time to get that done and start planning for 2024.
Yeah, especially when you take a look at the cost of a lot of things. Efficiency, I would assume, is going to be the key, and that's probably what a lot of the questions are coming at you about.
Yeah, I mean, the main thing is just put out there what you're going to need. I wouldn't recommend over applying any nutrient or any product. Just find out what you need, find out what's in the soil, and make a good plan going forward.
Still got some decent pricing here up till the end of the year?
Oh, we've got tremendous pricing through the end of the year, Terry. Come on.
There we go. I wanted you to get excited. Yeah, I know. I've heard from producers that there's some pretty good values out there right now.
Looking at history, the values right now are real good compared to where we've been, and even in relation to grain pricing. I know grain pricing has come back, so is fertilizer, your nutrients. So it is a good value. So it'd be a good time to try to get some pricing locked in. Yeah.
Well, you have a happy holiday, and especially you and your family, a very Merry Christmas, Scott.
Thank you. You as well.
All righty. Scott Dumas with Nutrien Ag. Who do we have coming up next here, Matthew?
Up next, we have Jerry Samolsky from the Bay Landscaping and Garden Center.
And we've got the plant of the week with Jerry. Jerry, what should we be talking about right now?
We should be talking about some Christmas holly, Terry. Holly is plant of the week. The blue holly is one that we're going to feature this week. As a matter of fact, a new variety called Castle Spire. It's a holly plant that'll work great for hedges and screening. Probably 8 to 10 feet tall, maybe 3 feet wide. And it's that waxy, shiny, dark evergreen leaf that is just spectacular. They will fruit with they need a male and female plant, but the foliage is so wonderful on them. Berries are just a bonus, but the foliage is just spectacular. Dark green evergreen foliage is just amazing. So yeah, holly are great plants. The only thing they do like a little bit more well-drained soil, heavy ground. They're not going to like it. And you might want to throw a little bit of sulfur on there every now and then because a little more acidic soils than what a lot of us have is what they like.
All right. So coming up here the next couple of weeks, hours at the nursery. What are you closed next week?
Yes, we go dormant after our season between Christmas and New Year's, but we'll be back at them. And our annuals event is coming up in January. If there's any interest in that, give us a call or see us online, or if you're tuned into one of our social medias, it'll be all over that. So annuals event, I think, is January 17th is a Wednesday. So come on out and we'll talk about flowers in January, get you excited about the spring.
Boy, January is filling up already, Jerry. Merry Christmas to you and everybody at Bay Landscaping, okay?
Thank you to you and everybody at the station. And, of course, all the listeners have a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Jerry Samolsky, Bay Landscaping and Garden Center in Essexville. Let's talk a little bit of insurance here. Matthew, who do we have on right now?
Up next, we have Greg Voorhees from Rummel Insurance.
Greg, good morning. Got a question for you. You know, there's a lot of folks, and I'm talking to more of them, it seems, every day, who are, if it's Christmas, they're going to celebrate Christmas, they're heading south, and they're going to stay there for like the next 3-4 months. So there's got to be some things that we need to take care of before we head out to Florida, Arizona, or wherever we're going to go.
Right, Terry. Along with the Christmas and holiday season, it is snowbird season. I have talked to several folks this week that are doing exactly what you said. In fact, some of them are headed south as we speak. So if you're going to be gone for an extended period of time, make sure you've shut off your water, you hold your mail or have it forwarded. Also, with all the technology available, you can run your house pretty much from your phone between lights, garage doors, thermostats. Heck, I think you can even run your refrigerator from your phone. So some of those things can be very helpful, but it still doesn't replace having somebody that you know and trust stopping in and checking your house every so often. That's really the best thing you can do.
Yeah, and as far as a key, a lot of times people will say, hey, can you keep an eye on the house? I'm going to put the key under the mat in the back. Not a good idea, is it?
No, not really, Terry. Even if you do have cameras out, that doesn't deter some folks. Those keyless keypad things work really well if you want to put one of those on, and you can change the code every so often and give it to the folks you want for the winter and then have a different code when you get home in the springtime.
Yeah. Good suggestion. Merry Christmas to you, your family, and of course to everybody at the Rummel Agency, Craig.
Thank you, Terry. Merry Christmas indeed to you and everybody listening as well. Thank you.
You bet. Craig Voorhees with the Rummel Agency. Matthew, who do we have up next?
Up next, we have Teresa from Baird & Co.
All right. Teresa, good morning. How are you this morning?
I am well. How are you?
Well,
I hope everybody's getting ready for the holidays.
Oh, we sure are. And the way the markets have been going, we've been gifted every day.
We've been doing well. We did have a late day sell-off yesterday afternoon, but so far today, enjoying mostly up day. We've got the Dow Jones Industrial Average up 182 at 37,265. 262 million shares traded. NASDAQ up 123 at 14,900 with 371 million shares traded. Some stocks of local interest include Caterpillar at 289.52, down 19. Deere 391.92, up 460. CMS Energy 56.88, down 22. Dow 54.79, up 21. DuPont 73.99, up 72. Corteva at 47.08, up 49. General Motors 36.15, up 68. Trinseo 8.21, up 34. Walmart 154.43, up 71. Huntington Bank 12.57, up a dime. Independent Bank 25.61, up 7, and AT&T at 16.48, up 8.
Teresa, Merry Christmas to you, everybody at Baird and Company, okay?
Merry Christmas. Take good care.
Thank you. We'll be right back.
Are you looking for a new vehicle? Are you seriously thinking it's time to start shopping? I'm Steve Cook from Cook Chevrolet Ambassador with some interesting information that you should consider. First, for the first time ever, Chevrolet has changed the incentives mid-month. It's never happened before, and they take us through the end of the month. Second, at Cook Chevrolet, you'll find the largest inventory we've had since before COVID, despite what's going on with GM right now, with over 100 vehicles in stock, including scarce ones like Traverses, Blazers, and even Corvettes. And third, listen to these great offers. Equinox leases starting from $278, Silverado leases from $409. So if you're really serious, get out today. That's Cook Chevrolet M15 Top of the Hill Ambassador.
Payments based on GM employee and family lease, 10,000 miles per year, and includes all rebates, 2,000 cash or trade down. To find out about all our great incentives, call toll free or visit us online at cookchevysuperstore.com. Chevy, find new roads.
Farm Service has been brought to you today by the folks at Freeland Bean and Grain. They wish each and every one of you a very Merry Christmas. They've been serving folks since 1983. We now conclude with the playing of our national anthem.
From the Premier Kitchen and Bath Gallery Studios, WSGW.